Arsenic is another one. It can get rapidly, I'm going to link an article on arsenic too, but I'm not going to read any of it. I was just kind of concentrating on thallium. Arsenic can rapidly get into the bloodstream from air exposure, water contaminations, crop contaminations. You know, heard of rice, the arsenic being a problem with rice. Rice can absorb a lot that's in the soil. Arsenic is also used in a lot of herbicides and pesticides. So if you're not eating organic food, then you probably have a lot of arsenic exposure, which again can contribute to the suppression of cortisol by the adrenal glands. Okay, these toxins replace minerals in the body, and this creates even more oxidative stress that goes on. These toxins contribute to oxidative stress. Mineral deficiency and oxidative stress contribute to this cortisol dysfunction. So it's kind of like this cycle that is never ending. These toxins are replacing the minerals, so then the minerals have a harder time binding to the sites that they're supposed to be binding to because the toxins are already bound to the sites. So this is a huge problem. And another thing about the adrenal glands is that they help with mineral regulation. It's kind of sad in the world today because everybody has mineral deficiencies just due to, in general, modern day agricultural. There's not enough mineral levels in the soil to get everything that we need. Overall, we don't eat enough vegetables to get the minerals that we need as well. We have leaky gut that contributes to the lack of absorption of minerals and nutrients. Okay, or we're not drinking the right type of water, spring water, and from clean sources. Okay, so going kind of back to oxidative stress. So oxidative stress can be caused by poor diet choices, toxins, and basically infection. And even kind of like a chronic inflammatory state also contributes to oxidative stress. Okay, so just a little bit about oxidative stress. Free radicals are molecules with unpaired electrons in their outer orbit. Not only does oxidative stress contribute to this cortisol problem, an overproduction of these free radicals can cause oxidative damage to biomolecules. So if you're consuming vegetable oil, peanut oil, kind of like soy-based products, kind of like inflammatory oils that they basically use at all the restaurants, and unless you're getting like olive oil and vinegar, you're most likely they're cooking with some sort of rancid oil because that's the cheapest way to go, and it's too expensive for restaurants to cook with avocado oil or other forms of oil like ghee. It's too expensive to cook with that stuff in a restaurant. So these restaurants are using these rancid oils to cook with, and they're causing oxidative stress. On top of that, our meat is not the meat, mostly, you can get some grass-fed meat at restaurants, and by grass-fed, it has to be 100% grass-fed. You can get this more at like local kind of like farms. You can get 100% grass-fed, but for the most part, chain restaurants and kind of what you see in the big supermarket grocery stores, they're all going to just have conventional meat. So that is going to lack the omega-3s that are contained in the grass-fed meat. And when you lack those omega-3s and your body kind of gets out of balance with that, that's going to contribute to more oxidative stress. If you're not eating a lot of fish, that's going to contribute to oxidative stress. The best fish to eat is sardines because it's a smaller fish, has less toxins in them than the bigger fish because, as you know, this world is toxic. Also, infections. If you have a weakened immune system, cortisol is messing with your immune system. Thyroid disorder, immune system disorder kind of go hand in hand. If you have hypothyroid, your temp could drop. That could affect your immune system. So when your immune system's down, you're more susceptible to bacteria and viruses. Also, lack of sleep can contribute to a decreased function in the immune system. Chronic fatigue is known as basically this kind of infection that triggered it, and then it created like immune system response that is kind of like autoimmune-ish like. So, and all this stuff creates oxidative stress. The more oxidative stress you have in the body, the more inflammation. This kind of oxidative stress damage, and like I said before, the lack of vegetable intake as a whole in our society is major. To combat these free radicals, we need antioxidants. We need the electron from the antioxidants to kind of stabilize the free radical electron from, you know, the oxidative stress. Basically, antioxidants will include, you know, mostly vegetables. You know, whole fruits and vegetables basically provide the body a means to fight off this oxidative stress that we're getting from toxins, that we're getting from infections, that we're getting, you know, from these weakened immune system state, that we're getting from, you know, even we're getting oxidative stress from leaky gut, because basically what happens with leaky gut is there is kind of like a leak literally in your gut, where when you eat, some food particles can get in your bloodstream. Your body recognizes these food particles as foreign and damaging, and basically can attack them and create inflammation and create more oxidative stress and create just basically more stress on the body. So, and then on top of all this, there's the overwhelming amount of toxins. And I'll get into a little bit about sleep in a little bit here, and how that can contribute to oxidative stress and lack of toxin removal in the brain. Kind of why I'm saying this with the oxidative stress is the oxidative stress and this overproduction of free radicals constantly all the time over some stress, whether it's, you know, the lack of sleep or infection or lack of healthy diet, you know, lack of the good oils. So good oils to have are, you know, kind of like extra virgin olive oil to put on salads or put on vegetables, not to cook with. Avocado oil, refined avocado oil, you can cook with. Ghee is another good, grass-fed ghee is another good source to get some good quality fat in your system to help you with digestion. And also getting local grass-fed meat or pasture-raised chicken can also help with combat oxidative stress. But a lot of people are not doing that in today's society. They're eating out, they're fat, they're rushed. They're not thinking about the long-term consequences of this excessive body inflammation that's been going on for a while now. So what it says in this article is that the overproduction of free radicals cause oxidative damage to biomolecules, lipids, proteins, and DNA, eventually leading to many chronic diseases such as atherosclerosis, cancer, diabetes, rheumatoid arthritis, post-ischemic perfusion injury, myocardial infarction, cardiovascular diseases, chronic inflammation, stroke, septic shock, aging, and other demons. Okay? So basically everything you see kind of like in the nursing home is related to this oxidative stress. So I just recently started back in the nursing home as a physical therapist, and these are the conditions I see on a daily basis. This is what is breaking people down. You know, it's gotten to the point where there's an interesting article that I can link to that talks about how there's some stress that's okay and it's good, but once you get too much stress, that's when damaging effects can occur, and your body can't balance itself anymore. So with all these toxins that we're exposed to on a daily basis, and all the stresses we're exposed to on a daily basis, our bodies really cannot balance themselves, and it tips towards the other direction of not being able to handle this stress and not being able to handle these deficiencies and nutrient deficiencies. You know, if you don't have the correct enzymes working, if you don't have the correct nutrients in your body, that's going to shut down a whole bunch of processes that can help with detox. So everybody is basically just walking around kind of full of toxins and not being able to eliminate them, kind of how I see it in my mind at least. And this contributes to this oxidative stress and can lead to all these diseases.